What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the video I know you've all been waiting for. The one, the only, my best of 2021. Yes, folks, it's already 2022. Good gosh, by the time I'm recording this, it's already almost February of 2022. That's terrifying. So let's alleviate a little bit of that terror by going over the things that I, your wonderful host, liked the most about last year. And in a year of horrible things, it wasn't much, but I made a list for you. So let's just get right into it, why don't we? Let's start off. I got a nice list here of all the things. So I'm just going to kind of pick and choose through them, go through them a little bit. So let's see. Let's start off with, how about my favorite movie of this past year? If you know me well, honestly, if you know me well, none of these choices are going to surprise you, but you're still here watching anyways. I appreciate that. My favorite movie of last year was, shocker here, Spider-Man No Way Home. I know, Ryan likes his schlocky action flicks, but I'm a sucker for Spider-Man, and spoilers, close your ears if you haven't watched it yet. Seeing all three Spider-Men on the big screen together, it made a man happy. I already knew going in it was going to happen. It kind of had to, but still, seeing all three of them together, beautiful. And it was a good all-around flick. It's your typical Marvel movie, setup, but still, I enjoyed it. I'm a sucker for just your typical action movie. So what can I say? Let's see. Let's go to, how about an animated movie next? Yeah, how about that? So my favorite animated movie of the year, not a Disney movie this year, it was actually the Netflix original Mitchells vs. the Machines. It's made by the people that made Into the Spider-Verse, as well as the Lego movie. A fantastic creative team right there. And it's basically a movie about more or less Apple-esque Amazon robots taking over the world. And I was a little worried going in that it would have your usual, dad doesn't like technology type things. And while that is part of the movie, they actually do it very well. And it's just a heartwarming family film. I would recommend it. It's on Netflix, like I said. It's fantastic animation. That team always goes above and beyond when it comes to animation. So if you have not seen it yet, highly recommend. It's about an hour and a half, and it's a good time for you and the whole family. Let's move on to TV show. So sticking with the Netflix theme, my favorite TV show of last year was actually Arcane. I did not expect to like it. I absolutely despise League of Legends. Cannot stand it. I don't like it. I think it's a very toxic game. But Arcane, based off of League of Legends, is just wonderful. Don't really need to know much of the League of Legends lore, the LoL lore, as I call it, to go in. It builds upon its own lore, which is nice. The pseudo 2D, 3D animation style is wonderful. They pulled it off fantastically, and I hope that more studios don't copy it, but try to do their own versions of it. Great soundtrack to it, good story, leaves open for a season 2. And I think they're already working on season 2, so you don't have to worry about Netflix doing the it's already canceled thing. I think they did with Cowboy Bebop. They canceled it like 6 days after it came out. The goof on that one. But yeah, Arcane, wonderful show. I do want to give a shout out though to Invincible. It was a animated show on Amazon Prime, based off the Invincible comic book, which is a great read. The Invincible series is fantastic. I don't want to say too much about it because there are some nice twists and turns throughout it, even in the first episode. So if you like a good, it's very The Boys-esque, where it's your typical superhero setup, but then it kind of subverts those genres. So both two great TV shows on streaming services. They're both full season 1s are out, so you can watch those right now if you have not. My favorite song. So as you know me, I'm not a big song guy. I like my few certain bands, and that's about it. But my favorite song is from a Disney movie. Gosh darn it, it's that stupid "We Don't Talk About Bruno," because that song has been stuck in my head for the past month, and I cannot get it out. And now it's stuck in your heads too. So you're welcome. It's from the movie Encanto. Great film. Really enjoyed it as well. But that song is just, I've listened to it more times than I will. It's just so catchy. Not heard it, at least go on YouTube and look up "We Don't Talk About Bruno," because it will also be stuck in your head after this. Let's go to favorite YouTuber. I don't remember who I put last year. It might have been the same one, but I'm just going to do it again if it was. The old Scout the Wise. That man continues to make some of the best content on YouTube, in my opinion. Uh, Man of my own heart. He loves his stupid Nintendo games. Uh, this year he put out his full special Borderline Forever, like an hour and 15 long YouTube video, basically a movie. And the guy does it on his own budget and time with his own friends. Super creative, super funny. He just did a whole charity, made like $500,000 for sick children. So the guy is just a really. So if you've not seen Scott the Wise, he has 200 plus episodes on his YouTube channel that you can watch right now. So I would recommend giving him a few watches. Borderline Forever, I wouldn't suggest watching first because there's lore to the YouTube channel, which I love me some overlaying plots. So that's always great. But give him a watch. My favorite streamer that is not me. That's shout out to my Twitch channel too, Retroactively Ryan on Twitch. I stream games sometimes when I'm not feeling lazy. Favorite Twitch streamer that's not me. I love my boy Vinny. You know I do, but he's not been streaming much. This year it was easily German985. Germa is one of the funniest people I've seen online. I don't know the guy. And he did his Dollhouse stream this year, which was basically a 3-day live action Sims. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. It was honestly some of the most creative way to stream something online that I have ever seen. I think that he has completely just destroyed the genre because he's made it so impossible to get up to his standards. It's just, the man is so creative. I love when people try new things. They risk a lot of things. He put a lot of money into that. I know he did, and it all paid off. And I am very eager to see where he goes next. My favorite meme of the year. Honestly, there weren't that many great memes. I looked on a BuzzFeed article of the memes last year, so that's how little there were. There was no Big Chunguses, except for the fact that Big Chungus was in Space Jam 2. Still haven't seen it. Heard it was horrible. I know there's Rick and Morty reference. That's how bad it is. But my favorite meme, I didn't even realize this was last year, but it was. The Bernie Sanders mittens meme. It was funny for a while. It got a good chortle out of me. Kind of forgot about it afterwards, but good memes. So 2022 has some competition. All right, let's start getting into some video games for all you people. Let's see. I'm not gonna do just a favorite overall game because I don't want to have to choose. It's tough. I'm gonna do favorite for each of the big three. If you want me to do a favorite Google Stadia game, leave a comment down below. My favorite PlayStation game. Not too many on the PlayStation 5 fronts. They're still so hard to get that they're having to still release games for the PS4, which is fine. I think that's a great idea. But my favorite PlayStation game was probably Ratchet and Clank. I call it comfort food because it did not break new ground. It did not do anything crazy different, but it was just good old fashioned Ratchet and Clank fun. Beautiful graphics. The story was a good story, but it was the comfort food. It was smiling the entire time I played it. I just enjoyed it, had a fun time with it, made good use of the DualSense controller. Have a PS5, it's a PS5 exclusive, so it's a good game if you haven't already played it. Just an overall around fun time. So let's go to favorite Xbox game. Now, technically, this was not an Xbox exclusive, but it was funded by Xbox because the company is not owned by Xbox, so I'm going to count it. And that was easily Psychonauts 2. Halo is good, but Psychonauts 2 I've been waiting for a while. Big Psychonauts fan. And it definitely was worth the wait. I love the world and the characters. The writing is always funny. It builds upon the gameplay of the first one and makes makes it better. Great story, emotional moments. I absolutely love Raz. He's a delightful character. His voice actor, who I'm forgetting right now, Invader's voice actor. I love his voice talent. So, and once again, it's just a fun game to play. It's not gonna, it's not Dark Souls level of hard, but it's just a fun time. It's on Game Pass if you have a Game Pass for your Xbone or your Xbox Series S or X. Not that you can get those either. It's on Game Pass, so you can play it. It takes you about 20 hours or so, and it's just fun time. So my favorite Switch game have to be Metroid Grid, because it's a new Metroid game, and we don't get those ever. So a new Metroid game was pleasant, and I would say that it was, I keep saying this a lot, but it was well worth the wait, because it's been forever since we've gotten a new Metroid game. Because Nintendo, damn really, uh, but maybe I think Metroid Dread sold really well, and Metroid Prime 4 may still exist. I don't know. So I think Nintendo might start building upon that. Metroid Prime trilogy win. Anyways, Metroid Dread was the 5th installment in the mainline Metroid series. There is a timeline, if you didn't know. It's very interesting. But it lives up to the name Dread, because there are some parts in it with the Emmys that are just, you dread them, not in like I don't want to play this, but like it actually fills you with some dread, because they're freaky sections fighting those Emmys. Fantastic boss fights, some of the best in the series in my opinion. Art style is good, nothing crazy, but it's good. And it does a good job of continuing the lore of the universe. And it does not bastardize Samus's character like other M did. So for that, I'm forever grateful. All right, now time for some of my goofy categories, because I can do whatever I want. It's my video. So my favorite Muppet. It's going to be controversial, but it's Gonzo. If you know me, you knew it was Gonzo, but it's Gonzo. I love Kermit. Kermit's definitely number 2 in my heart. Kermit's the OG. He and Miss Piggy, power couple. But Gonzo, he has a place in my heart. He does funny stunts. He's got the long nose. I like that. It's funny. Also, super controversial statement here. Fozzie, overrated in my opinion. I like Fozzie. He's funny. He gets laughs at him, but I don't think he's overrated. I'm just saying it. I love Fozzie still, though. Don't get me wrong. The Fozzie haters, please stand back. Like Fozzie. I just like Gonzo a bit more. There, my whole career is ruined by that Fozzie statement. This is that moment, the defining moment. My favorite store to shop at, because you all want to know this. I discovered Goodwill this year. I know, wow, Ryan discovered Goodwill. He discovered America. I've been Goodwill. I've been a thrifter lately, thrifting, and it's Goodwill's just a hoot and a holler. I've gotten tons of games and movies that I've added to my collection for $2 a pop. Can't beat that. I've got even furniture and stuff that I've cleaned off and polished. I've spit-shined it. And Goodwill is a treasure trove of stuff. I will say, though, and you can go back to my scalpers rant if you want to, put these two together. Resellers have kind of started to ruin Goodwill, because they now go to Goodwill to try to find all the good stuff to sell online. And I go to so many Goodwills where I just see people on their phones scanning all the items to see, what's worth something. And I get it. It's a job, kind of. But just kind of takes the fun out of Goodwill thrifting. So if you see a guy on their phone when you go to Goodwill, just let them do their thing. They're going to get the good stuff, but don't fight them over. All right. My favorite Brendan Fraser quote. This was entirely just so I can remind the world that Brendan Fraser does exist, and he's working his way back up. He's a national treasure. This quote is not from 2021, but I'm going to do it, guys. My favorite Brendan Fraser quote. I'm just glad that I have the bragging rights to be working with Bugs and Daffy. That's all. Now, before we get to my favorite thing of the year, I'm going to say my least favorite thing. And that was the fact that the aliens did not come down to planet Earth and take over it. Because I think the aliens would do a better job. Even if they put humans as pets, I would make a very good pet. And I wish the aliens would just come down and put us out of our misery. They could take over the world. President Alien 2024. I support it. Alright, my favorite thing of 2021 is now that the fact that when someone says there's too many episodes of One Piece, I don't want to watch it, I can literally say, yes, there's thousands of episodes. It's a simple thing. I can now say there are thousands of episodes of One Piece. It's insane. I love it. Gosh darn it, I love it. It's stupid. That's it. Quick one this year. 2021 wasn't the most exciting of years, but the world didn't explode, so we'll take the victories we can get. If there's any categories that you wanted to know about that I didn't talk about, post your questions down in the comment. I will try to reply to those. If you wanted to know what my favorite, favorite finger on Johnny Bravo is, I could tell you. It's probably the index finger, but we'll discuss it down in the comments. As always, if you liked the video, do whatever you want with that information. I don't care. You can hit the like button if you want to. You can hit the dislike button. Not that it does anything anymore. They got rid of the numbers. Good job, YouTube. You're saving the world. But yeah, that's been it. I will try to be uploading more videos again. I got some more ideas for some more of the WikiHow videos. Those are always fun to do. Look forward to those. I'm also streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/retroactivelyryan. Yeah, thank you so much if you watched the whole video. I appreciate you all, and I hope that the rest of your 2022 is better than the rest of your 2021. A high bar to set. All right, I will see you all later. Bye.